Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 25 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Not Too Complicated, where today we're gonna start looking into RFTools, primarily because I would like to get into making the builder. You guys may be familiar with this mechanic. It's a block that can build structures for you, which is great, especially if you happen to have a crafting mechanic that involves structures. So what I'd like to start working towards today is getting into RFTools. And then from there, I'd like to jump into making the builder, probably primarily first, and seeing if we can find a way to automate this crafting process. What I'll probably wind up doing is moving it downstairs. We'll expand our underground basement-y area here, and probably gonna need, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need, but we might not need, we'll find out if we need, multiple builders per crafting mechanic. So I may need, for example, a builder for the fluid cell, and a separate builder for the thermal machine frame, and a separate builder for the energy cell. And if that's true, we may or may not need separate field projectors. So we'll kind of figure it out as we go through, because it's been a while since I played with the builder. I don't even know if I've played with it in this version of Minecraft 1.16. So we're gonna figure it out together. I should probably do this in a single player test world where I have cheats enabled, and just to see if I can actually make it work before I go through all the trouble. But maybe it'll be more funny if I do all the work and then it doesn't work. I'm sure I can come up with something. We'll see. So, long story short, let's get into RFTools. We got to get into it anyway, so we might as well do it and start with the builder. Cool? And remember, we can also use it to do mining, can't we? Can't we do it for, like, shape quarries and whatnot? So if we decided we wanted to mine somewhere and get lots of resources, we could do that. I'm just saying. So yeah, let's jump right in. So, technology guide is a thing. So we can get that. Oh, that's cool. It's a little different looking than I'm used to. Oh, look at that, yay. So that's good, that's complete. Now you want me to make the wrench from RFTools. So let's see, that would be, oops, I forgot, you're gonna be all that way about it. Cool. There we go. And that might go in the backpack for now, but we'll probably, tap into its abilities in a bit. And then obviously the next big step is the machine frame. So this is another multi-block builder. We're going to need some plastic blocks, specifically gray plastic blocks. We'll also need some dimensional shards and cobalt. Now that's a problem, actually, now that I think about it. Dimensional shards. We can make them with mostly EMCable materials, so that's an option. Is there another way to get dimensional shards? Not really. There's the whole mechanic of it. Now, dimensional shard ore can be found, I want to say, in the end. But I haven't found any yet. It spawns in the overworld, the nether, and the end. It actually spawns in many places. So that's cool. Have we gotten any yet? I don't think so. No. Well, that's a thing. But apparently it spawns, in places. 30 to 50 in the nether and 20 to 40 in the end. So it spawns really low in the end. That's kind of probably why I haven't found it in the end, because the end doesn't generally go that low. Let me go see if I can find some in the nether real quick. I'm going to bring my, my little scanner buddy. And if I can get my scanner to recognize dimensional shard ore, that would be cool. So it spawns between... I'm going to double check. It was 20 and 40 in the end, but I wasn't paying attention to where it spawns in the nether. 30 to 50. 30 to 50 is where it spawns in the nether. Let's do that. Ow. Excuse me. Rude. Yes, I know. We're very excited. 30 to 50. So let me... Actually, that's right around here-ish. I'm gonna go see if I can find some dimensional shard ore real quick, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Check out this cool biome. This is pretty cool looking. I've been looking for a while now, and I've not found any. So I don't know if I'm just having bad luck or what the deal is, but I'm gonna keep looking for a little bit longer. And if I don't find any, I will come up with a plan. What in the world is this place? Mushroom stuff. Better Nether Reforged. Respawner statue. That's cool. This is an interesting little structure. Look at this place. This is cool. My goodness. This is like a little side adventure I'm having looking for my shard ore. Not much here, a little bit, but not much. I was thinking like maybe there's a lot of this sinicite stuff, which I know we found a little bit of. Pretty cool. I'll let you know if there's anything cool in here. If not, I'll go back to looking for the ore. If I don't find any ore in the next few minutes, I'm going to take a peek in the end real quick just to see if I can't get lucky and find some. But I'm thinking it's just as rare as osmium. Whether or not that's a bug or not, I'm not sure. But luckily, it's pretty craftable with almost entirely EMC resources. Minus the glass, but I mean, glass is not hard to make. So, back to looking. This is what I'm looking for, by the way. That one. Put it up there so I could reference what it looks like in case I forget. Back in a sec. Alright, so for the sake of my own sanity, what I did is I just cheated in a dimensional shard ore in the end, and I want to see if it actually shows up. So with osmium ore, I'm gonna add it to my ancient debris ore here, scanner. It adds instead of replaces, by the way, which is kind of cool. So if I do that, and then put this in here, I just want to know, and I'm going to delete the cheated in item, right? So what I'm going to do is trash can this guy. I just want to know, like, is this stuff like at all spawning in here or not? So by doing this, I should be scanning for dimensional shard ores now. I'm going to spend just 5 minutes looking around. If it doesn't spawn, then we know that it's either like osmium ore, where it's super duper extra triple rare, or it's bugged and not spawning. Because osmium, I spent a really long time looking for and had 0 luck. Now we know it spawns really low, and maybe it spawns better in the overworld. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm just going to keep doing this for a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Yeah, so I'm suspecting maybe dimensional shard ore works like osmium, in that it's a super rare vein of ore to find, but hopefully once you do, it's like osmium was. There's like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of it there. That said, I've flown around with the cheated in scanner for the last 30 minutes. Literally just scanning any islands that I find at the lower Y levels, obviously only. I'm not checking the upper islands, because in theory it should only scan between 20 and 40-ish. So basically doing this, and I found nothing, nada, zilch, 0. So I'm gonna just pop home and craft it because I think it's easier. The only other option that you have, by the way, is you can use laser drills to get it. It's whitelisted in, it looks like, mostly the end biome. So if we set up a laser in the end with a white laser lens, we would probably get some dimensional shard chunks. And that would be a way to automate them if we need a lot, which might not be a bad idea. I'm debating if I want to do that or just craft it for now. I mean, crafting it doesn't sound terrible, right? Yeah, probably not. What I will do, though, now that I've relogged because I didn't want to be in cheat mode anymore, is go ahead and make some cobalt seeds, because we're going to need lots of cobalt to make this thing. And, you know, cobalt is one of those annoying resources that's not EMCable and not easy to get. So now we've got unlimited cobalt. Easy peasy as that, huh? How cool. So let me just get, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some more hopper botany pots. Sure, give me like 10 of them. That shouldn't be too bad. And then I'll just kind of prep this little area here for, you know what I noticed is I didn't put pipes under this. So that's a thing. Yes. I just want to have this prepped for as we make more seeds. You know what I mean? Boop and boop. That should be cool. Alright, should my hopper pots be done by now? Yep. So then... And then the plan will be to make it like a 5x5-ish area. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but you're not hearing the sounds of, you know, breaking plants, because I did set up a quick muffler for that. Cool. Alright. So now we do this. I just want to get, you know, a handful of them going. I wouldn't mind having the seeds ready to go. So how have I been doing this? So underneath is the resource, and on top is the seed. So let me just get, oops. I'm just gonna try to get the seed at least staged. Or you know what I could do? Ah, there we go. We got the seed. That works. Cool. And then you're emptying, right? Yes. Good, good, good. So there we go. Cobalt. Nice. And then if I wanted to, I could real quick set up a Cobalt pattern. You know what else I should do while I'm here? We should make the Cobalt block pattern because we know we're going to need it in the future when we get to automating this build process, right? So I need 4 blocks of Cobalt, 4 blocks of dimensional shard ore. So dimensional shard ore, as a reminder, I'm going to put my to-do list here. We need diamonds, emeralds, and gold. So diamonds, emeralds, and gold. And I'm just going to get a stack of these for now. Iron, redstone, and that. And then quartz and prismarine shards. And then glass. And that should be cool. Now, one thing we haven't addressed yet, and we're going to need to, is the gray plastic blocks. So I'm just curious, of the different plastic blocks, wow, that's a lot of plastic blocks. Is everything just made with HDPE sheets, or is there like one of the blocks, like terracotta, that you can make another way? So it looks like we need to do the HDPE sheets thing. So we're going to need gray dye, which very easy now because we have, you know, unlimited dye types. Let me get that taught real fast just so we're ready for it. Cool. And we're probably going to want to automate this because it looks like we need a lot of them. In order to make our machine frame, we're going to need 56 gray plastic blocks. And I think we need plastic blocks for like quite a few other things in the future. So this is one of those things we're going to absolutely want to automate here. So I think that HDPE sheets are in the quest book somewhere. Let me just look for that real quick. There it is. HDPE comes off liquid ethylene. Right. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So what's your... Just make the liquid ethylene bucket and then we should be cool. All right. So HDPE pellets are made with either Mekanism, which is one route we can go, but we don't have access to Mekanism yet. Not really, at least. We might be able to sneak our way into Mekanism right now, but I'm thinking it's probably... There's probably something that's gated behind. I think the way to do it for now is liquid ethylene and oxygen, right? Now, the liquid ethylene comes from a fractioning still of liquid ethane, right? Or it can be this stuff, which looks way more complicated, and that's a machine we don't really have. And then the liquid ethane comes from the distillation tower of oil, right? So now my problem becomes... getting all the other resources from oil is going to be a little bit tricky. We might want to think about that for a sec. So yeah, give me a minute to think about what that looks like. So FYI, getting into Mekanism requires black plastic blocks. So we have to do this way to even get into Mekanism. All right, so I just took another core sample in this chunk, and we have about 7,000-ish buckets, which isn't a ton, but it's not bad either. What I'm thinking is, what I'm thinking we want to do is we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, because we're going to need to store all this stuff, because at some point some of it's going to be useful somewhere. I have that feeling. So I don't want to void any liquids. I only want to store it. If we've got 7 million buckets in this tank, or 7 million millibuckets, then what I could do, and we'll have plenty of room if we do this, is get a simple black hole tank or an advanced black hole tank. I'm thinking advanced, right? Doesn't look too bad. We make one of these bad boys, and we should be able to store all of it. So we'll make 6 of these and call it a day. Does that sound cool? Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. So I'm just futzing around with this nifty-looking item, the Tank Null mod. He's basically like the Dank Null, except... Well, it's a little bit weird at times. That's all I can tell you. Moments ago, I was able to open up this UI, and I don't know why. He's definitely a little bit weird, but he can hold multiple liquids, so that's kind of cool. And his capacity currently is 64 buckets. But if we look at Tank Null, he can get up to 4 million, and then eventually a massive number. That's not bad. It's only a few Nether stars. I could afford that. In before my game crashes. So you need blocks of emeralds and then blocks of diamonds. It's a little bit backwards, but that's okay. So one more of each block type. And then you guys can go back in there. And I was playing around with like inserting fluids into it with these guys and the pipes, and it seems like it works. So I think my next test might be, what do I need? Obsidian. That's cool. Yeah, so if we open up him now, he can hold 4 million buckets, and I can throw Nether stars in there, and it'll basically hold unlimited fluids. And it voids excess, which is kind of cool. Now, what I had before is I had a way to open up the UI here. I swore I opened up the UI, and now it's not working, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's very weird. The mod's it's a little bit weird, but it does seem kind of cool. So now my next question is can I specify which fluid to extract? So if I took an advanced pipe here, can advanced pipes filter on fluids? That's my question. Item creosote oil? It doesn't show a bucket, it shows a fluid. So maybe this works? Now I'm going to take an empty tank with literally nothing in it, and hopefully he fills up with creosote if I tell him blue on the left. Yes, he does. Well then. Well then. This might be a way to do this in a lot cheaper manner. I can store all 6 fluids in the same block and then extract the one I want. That could be cool. I wish I could get the UI to work on here. That would be the best part of this. I mean, it's worth a try, right? I think it's worth a try. I think it's worth a try. Let me empty this guy, by the way. Thank you. You can tell I've been playing. Okay, so let's try that out. So first off, I'm going to want to empty what I've got in there. So that'll be a... Give me a sec. And I'm definitely going to go ahead and upgrade him to tank number 7. Yeah. We'll try it. I mean, it's worth a try. It's worth a try, right? All right, and then if I put you here with the tank null inside you, I'd really love it if I could open up the UI, but I guess I could, worst case, and what's weird is it goes in my inventory and it takes a second to show up. But I guess what I could do as a worst case is we can just do this. I'm going to set you to extract. I probably want to give you a diamond upgrade, but not with a filter on it. And that's pretty cool. Look at that. And now you have all the things. Now, can I get a bucket of you? I think the bucket I want is this. No, that doesn't seem useful. It would be super cool if I could get a bucket out of you. So you're disabled at the moment. I'll turn you on in a sec. Oh, look, I can cycle through, so that's cool. See on the bottom left? It's showing you shift and mouse wheel to do that, by the way. What would be cool is if I could do something like this, but what I'll do instead is probably just place it in the world and bucket it up. Now, is that what I want? This is liquid propane. What we want is liquid ethylene. So that's not what I want. Liquid ethane. Yes, liquid ethane. This is the one that I want. Okay, so this is the one that I want. That's cool. So let me maybe do this. I'm going to get a chest. And I'm going to store one of each fluid type in there. I like that plan. I like that plan. Okay, so there's gasoline. So then we have the bucket so we can use it for filtering in the future. There's sulfurized diesel. There is lubricant. And there is more lubricant. Propylene. Propylene. Cool. So those are the 6 types of fluids that are being stored in this tank. So now, whenever I want to empty something out, we could come over here and filter it out on a specific side, maybe? Does that sound like a plan? Oh my goodness, look how many tanks that is. Oh, that's funny. Now you're being weird all of a sudden, but let's just redo that, and hopefully that makes you, wow, that is just a lot of tanks. Again, oh, see, now it lets me open the UI. What's up with that? How come I can open the UI now? Sometimes you right-click and the UI opens, and sometimes it's like, nope. And I don't know why. But yeah, look, now it lets me open the UI. Now for giggles, can I do something like this? No, I can't, but that's okay. That would be cool, though. That would be cool if you could do that. So now if I let this thing run, what we should be doing is getting fluids in here, right? Like, so basically this guy... All right, I need to put this back in here. He should empty very quickly now. And he should be filling up with, you know, more and more of each fluid type. How cool is that? Huh? I think that's kind of neat. Now, my only concern would be that my entire base is being powered by the oil coming out of there and being turned into this stuff. So we don't want to go too crazy with this. We're probably going to want to turn this off every now and then and keep an eye on the oil in this chunk. And then we're going to have to find more oil to power our base with. But also, a lot of these fluids can be used for stuff, right? Like sulfurized diesel or gasoline. None of these things want to show me what they can be used for, but I'm pretty sure gasoline can be used in the compression dynamo, and it generates 15 million RF right there by itself. So, like, that's one, right? I wish when I moused over this I could see, but I'm going to guess that that's maybe this one. Does that look right? Sulfurized diesel. That might be one of... Oh, now I'm really lost. I think the first one's lubricant, though, right? That, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to say that's lubricant. That's liquid ethane. Yeah. Propane. Propane, I think, can also be used as fuel, maybe. It can be turned into liquid propylene, which is cool. Which turns into rubber. Neat enough. All right, there's lots of things we can do with these liquids. You guys get the point, right? So now we want liquid ethane, which is this one, and that's going to be fractioned into ethylene, right? So let's get... Should we ender tank this? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we can ender tank it. So this is like a... I should have kept track of the different ender tank colors I've used so far, shouldn't I have? But I'm pretty sure I did pink for this guy, right? So let's call this purple. Does that sound like a plan? Yeah, ethane, it's purplish. You know what, I'm gonna go magenta. How's that sound? Yeah, I like magenta. Magenta. Cool. And then wool. Actually, I think I only need 2 of you. Okay. And then ender tank that guy with our magenta wool. Okay. And then we're going to filter him. I want to place the filter in the machine before I have it start doing the thing. So you're going to extract with the filter of ethane, and then you're going to fill up with liquid ethane only. Cool? Right? Then we get ourselves a fractioning still, and we're able to start processing and making HDPE pellets. So we'll take our liquid ethylene, which we get from the fractioning still, and combine it with oxygen, which we're going to have to make... There was a way to get this. Is it pyrolyzer? Okay, so I'm going to need a pyrolyzer to make liquid oxygen, and then another fractioning still. So we need 2 fractioning stills and a pyrolyzer. I will be back after all the crafting that I have to do. And guess who's going to make steel seeds? Because it's way faster than the other way. And what I've decided I'll do is I'll have a power pot down here for when I need on demand a bunch of a resource, right? So like right now I'm about to craft my steel that I need for this. I need 48 steel to make these, right? 48 steel blocks-ish. And I needed a bunch of steel essence. So by doing this, maybe I'll throw an advanced pipe upgrade in there. That way we know, like, hey, I need this real quick. I'm going to throw this in here, right? Now we should have enough steel for 48. It should have made more than enough, to be honest with you. There you go. Cool. And then I'll transfer this guy back to the normal pot that he's going to do his thing, right? So that this guy's not wasting energy, and he'll just be there. And if I decide, like, hey, all of a sudden I need a lot of cobalt, boom, put it in there for a minute, let it go, and we're good. All right, back to off-camera crafting. All right, pyrolyzer and 2 fractioning stills. Where should we set this up? Maybe underneath the platform down there? Yeah, I'm gonna go set up a little area for that. I think basically what we'll do is maybe underneath this oily area. Yeah, let's expand this platform out. Oh, and also 2 more machines that I completely forgot about. I need a fluid encapsulator and a multi-servo press. Because we need fluid encapsulator to make the HDPE sheets, and then use them in a multi-servo press to make these guys. So pellets to sheets. So I forgot about those 2, so just knocking them out real quick right now. Can bronze plates go into the multi-servo press? It can, yay. All right, cool. Be right back. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's see how we like this setup. So if we have this here, and maybe this here, this should all flow correctly. So we put flint into the pyrolyzer, so let's get some power into this bad boy. Pipes, and sure, a basic upgrade should be fine, and I think I can borrow one of these, and that should be good. Cool. And then maybe under here, we'll put this guy with this, and that, and this. Cool? All right, so you guys should all be getting juice, right? So first off, flint goes in, right, to here. And that is going to auto output to the right into the fractioning still. Is good? Yes, excellent. Now that makes a very small amount of oxygen, in fairness. A very, very small amount of oxygen. So before it can be fractioning stilled, I need it to make this in the fractioning still. So we need 500 millibuckets of oxygen before it'll make our 8 oxygen dudes. Okay? I should probably get some augments or whatever just to get this going. And we probably need more flint. What's like a good way to get flint? We could do it with this stuff. That might be the way to go. I feel like that's going to be the way to go. Why don't I just get some fire and stone essence? And then that would be a good way to get lots of flint. Because we're going to need a lot of flint, right? Like a lot of flint. So, fire and stone essence time. Be right back. All right, making fire agglomerate, and maybe this will help with some other resources as well. But you guys down here, and then you as well. Let's knock out these 2 seeds. Nice. That's cool. Beautiful. So these 2 seeds will make us flint, as well as, you know, some other cool resources in case we ever decide we need, you know, to automate things. The stone will be useful too, I imagine. There's a bunch of things that can make. So good times, right? So you guys can chill. Let's put you here and here so that we get them locked in. Here and here. A little bit of... And remember, they're tier 1 crops, so they should be pretty quick. Right? That's cool. Awesome. And then we can teach you how to make flint using that. So that's going to be that. And let's put you right in here. Nice, right? How cool is that? Now, why do you seem like you're taking a second? Because, oh, you know what I bet I did? I bet I left it in pattern mode. I always do that because I'm so used to Refined Storage doing this for me. Like, Refined Storage, when you shift click it in, it's like, that's a vanilla crafting recipe. That's gonna, you know. I'm so used to that with Refined Storage. That's my bad. Now we're cooking. Nice. And then what we can do is have like an export bus or something like that for this guy, right? I like that plan. And then eventually you'll get 500 liquid oxygen. I think I'm going to make some, I'm going to teach you how to make some upgrades. Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to make all the augments. So I'll be right back. I want this automated. So I'm teaching all the induction smelter recipes, and Signalum being one of the last ones. It's 4. Just double checking. And I am now out of slots for the induction smelter. So we're going to have to figure out how to get more patterns there. I'm thinking I'll probably go with the entangler block, but we'll figure that out when we need to. For now, I should be able to make all the augments I need. Sweet. Well, now's a good time as any to test it because we need more electrum. So we get 2 electrum from 1 silver and 1 gold. Right? So a silver and a gold. Like that. So I'm going to bring the pattern with me out back and see if we can figure this out real quick. Only because it's going to become a problem. So what I'm thinking is maybe we put the entangled block here, right? We link you there, and then we could have our entangler. Now, I don't know if it'll accept it in the front. The front doesn't accept, right? So the front might be a problem, but we could have the top, for example, or the side. It really doesn't matter. And that should be fine. So let's put you back. Let's put you back. And then let's put you here. And then let's give you a cable, obviously. And then can I request and make a bunch of electrum? You know, I'm going to get my augments that I was trying to get. Sure. Yay, it's working. That works. How cool is that? I think that's great. Beautiful. And then you're multi-servo pressing those into these guys. Which, by the way, I could probably speed up a little bit now that I have access to these things. Yay! That makes my life a whole lot happier. Cool. Let's go augment these things now. Sweet. I like it. I think that's cool. Now, did you make your stuff? You did. You made your oxygen. Perfect. So now we want to push the oxygen to the right, auto output, and you're going to accept it on the left. There's your oxygen. Sweet. Now for you I would like to pull from there and push to here. And you should also accept from here. So if I put that down, you're going to start making liquid ethane, and you're going to start making HDPE pellets, and you can push above and open from the bottom, multi-servo press. Auto extract, boom. There's your HDPE sheets. Nice? Cool. So now in order to make these, all we got to do is feed a bunch of flint into here, right? Make me a bunch of flint. I'm just going to start with a chest for now. We could set this as an export bus or whatever, but the problem with the export bus effectively is, well, frankly, we just have to run a bunch of cable over here, and I don't feel like doing it. That's really all there is to it. But we could absolutely do export bus with, you know, whatever, right? Okay. And the rest of this stuff all seems pretty fast, so I don't think we need to augment anything else. But augmenting this, because this is your slowest part, is turning the flint into oxygen, and we need a lot of oxygen in order for this to work. But we've now got HDPE pellets, which I could throw in a quick drawer if we wanted to. And you could do that. And where's my key? Oh, I already have it. Nice. Okay. And then boom, HDPE pellets. There you go. Fully automated HDPE sheets, which we're going to need a lot of because we're going to need to make the concrete, right? Or not the concrete, but you know what I mean. So just as a reminder, now that we've got all this done, what we need to get, or what we started this episode looking for, we need 56 plastic blocks. Now the good news is it's 1 sheet to 1 plastic block, right? Because it's 4 to 4. So we really don't need that many sheets. We've got 10 already. We need 56. Not that big a deal. And then also with Mekanism, the steel casings need 60. So we'll get there. So let's wrap up the episode here, what I'll do, and then we'll come back next episode. We've got a lot of flint, obviously. I mean, we could totally export bus this, and I might wind up wanting to do that. I might just run the cable over here because it's not that far, right? I could sneak a cable over to there, or from up here, right? There's a couple places we could run it from, but ultimately just export busing. Yeah, I could run it. I kind of one of these guys dedicated, but I think it's okay. We could tie into it. What we could always do is add some more dense cable. Yeah. So maybe what I'll do is this. You ready? I'm just gonna export bus set up this now. Because I can literally just run you straight across here, right? And get me an exporter. And we probably want these acceleration cards, but we also want a crafting card. Okay. And then if we set you to this, and this, and this, and that, and then we took all this flint out of here for a sec. And did that with these guys. In theory, that should be cool. And that should keep us going with flint. And it'll craft it on demand. There you go. Now it's fully automated. I don't have to think about it no more. So let's get rid of you and let's get rid of you. And we can get rid of this. And we're going to wrap up the episode. So for now, Darwell20 sign off. We'll come back next episode. We will have a bunch of HDPE sheets. Enough to make our first RFTools machine. Then we'll use it to make the builder. Then we'll use it to automate compact crafting. Cool? Darwell20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.